Rolling.
Hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. This is the Catch the Sky podcast, and I am your host, Sweet Tea. And this week, the sequel to episode 16 has finally arrived. Or should I say, Pam has finally arrived. That's right. Anybody that follows us online has seen that I am now the proud daddy of a baby Beagle. And she is the focus of this week's episode. So if you care to comment or follow us, you may do so on Twitter at CTS Terry, or on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts by searching for the Catch the Sky podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, and you'll be notified when our weekly episodes drop at 6. Usually they drop on Instagram a little early, except for episode 119. Never got that one figured out. So just wanted to say sorry on the air, folks. And I'll keep trying, but no promises. Fucking Instagram. Anyway, I've been busy with this new dog as well. And she is part of a pretty big nationwide rescue effort at the Envigo breeding facility in Virginia. So Envigo is basically a scientific and pharmaceutical research company. They serve pharmaceutical and biotech industries, the government, academia, and other life science organizations. This is directly from their website. So you get the gist of it. And on their website, they also acknowledge that they do animal research. And they took it too far. They took it way too far. Not that anybody really should tolerate animal research, but if that's a conversation that we can visit on another episode. So I will go ahead and write that one down right now. But the focus was that they violated a bunch of laws. The Department of Justice came in and shut them down, and over 4,000 Beagles were freed and shipped all over the country. So here in Erie, we got 50 of them, and I am proud to announce that Pam was the very first one selected. So welcome home, baby. Love ya. And Frank is pretty over the moon about it as well. He's trying to figure out how somebody as big as him can hump a dog that small, and I'm just that's what I've been dealing with the past week. So anybody that notices a couple days without any posts or anything needs to assume I'm probably cleaning dog shit up off the floor. Anyway, more about this Envigo facility. So obviously they're doing research on these dogs. And in addition to that, they're breeding them at insane rates, and they're living in super poor conditions. So they're basically in these long row houses similar to what you see other livestock living in. And they're in kennels, 3, 4, 5 to a kennel. And the pregnant mothers wouldn't be fed in their last few weeks of their pregnancy, nor were nursing mothers. They had people that were not veterinarians, not even vet techs. As Bud Lightyear would say, I don't think that man's ever been to medical school. They just were doing all sorts of things to these poor animals. Putting needles in them without any anesthesia, sewing up prolapsed dicks. Dick would get a kick out of that, except it's not funny. Cutting off infected tissue around their eyes, just cutting babies out of the womb and putting the mother down. Just pretty terrible things. kind of similar to what we see in House of the Dragon. And the best part is when they got caught, there was a conspiracy to cover it up. Hence the title of this week's episode. And so Pam was on the docket. She was on deck to be put through the rigors of this pretty organized system that they had down there. It was horrible, but they were organized. She got a tattoo, all that fun stuff. So she's my little prison dog. And I invite you to go ahead and do your own research about this Envigo facility and look a little bit more into what's going on there and understand that this is still happening. So we hear about these factory breeding situations, and sometimes it's strictly commercial, and other times these dogs are being shipped off to places that we'll never see, and that's their lives. So this poor little girl's still figuring out how to run around, jump. She hasn't even barked yet. It's pretty astonishing. So she's got a long way to go, but I'm very happy to have her, and I think Frank is too. So I encourage you to go ahead and hop on Instagram, Facebook, whatever your preferred social media is, and share your dog adoption story or some photos or whatever, and tell us a little bit more about what your little 4- or 3-legged or 2-legged friend, if you got a bird or something like that, or fish, whatever, adds to your life. I absolutely adore these little creatures, and I can just tell you that my life feels a lot more fulfilling with them in it. I have never been happier, and I'm never alone. And now Frank doesn't ever have to be alone either. And nor does Pam. So thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Again, if you care to interact with us or follow us on social media so you can be updated whenever we release our new episodes, you may do so on Twitter at CTSTerry, or on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts by searching for the Catch the Sky podcast. Be sure to like or subscribe. And until next week, thank you for listening, and keep trying to catch the sky.